So it's a rare occasion that opening face-off was not particularly eventful. Okay, that was eventful. So the first thing usually we would probably want to default to is if we get the puck on the wing like that, a nice little chip up to Ernest, or like our right D here, probably the safer choice, because if he gets the puck and the winger's rushing up, he can likely just rim it around or shot on net, and the chance of the winger chipping it out and going for a breakaway is a little bit less than if a winger comes in with the interception. So that's more dangerous. We were able to get away from this. Pretty lucky, I have to admit. Now positionally, pretty good by Alex in the corner. I like it. And in this case, I guess Mike is making the conservative decision, seeing Ray comes in, so the natural course is Ernest comes across and then Mike comes in to fill. Perfectly fine. Now for Alicia, she's got two decisions. She can come up here for a possible pass and shot. Namely, I like this spot. Or she can go kind of in front of the net or to the side of the net. Perfectly fine options as well. And then Mike being the one that's filling on the opposite side. So if Ernest comes across like this, and then let's say Mike is here, he can kind of read the situation, and if he wants to, he can float down a little bit. And so this is kind of how the approximate positioning will be evolving to. So that would be kind of fine. Now Ray's doing some fancy moves. Possible pass option there, possible pass option there. He decides to do third option, which is what we've kind of talked about, is if we get the puck on the boards, we can try to move it away from the boards and into the middle of the ice, with the expectation of probably maybe a shot, and if there's a pass, possibilities on the back door certainly could be possible. So let's see what happens here. Opts for a shot. Okay, so that's fine. Now, one of the key things that we can all want to think about and keep in mind, as once the puck starts moving away from the boards and into the middle of the ice, right, with this cone, call it the cone of death, why not? Anytime we're expecting a shot, initially we'll be working the perimeter, which is what I call that support positioning, right? Which is Alex is in a good spot. The moment we have puck movement coming into the middle with expectations of a shot, anybody that's on the perimeter, namely forwards, we'll just not say this D, is you're going to want to start to collapse towards the net, right? In the expectation of rebounds, scuffles, and stuff like that. So in this case, Ray goes for the shot. Alex is kind of cruising towards the net, and then same with Mike, right? We could say perhaps once that shot is released, we might want to get in there a little bit quicker, but we are there, so that's fine. And so shot has already happened, and we can see Alicia is starting to drive towards the net. And now this is kind of the part where I would say we want to peel off and start to gain height. And Mike is down there. So ultimately, Alex is probably going to be skating out here. Mike's probably going to be here. And so to complete a nice little triangle, right, little magic spot, action would probably be the best method. And you can see right there the whole zone of people forget you exist. So if this is kind of like that kind of turning point, if Alicia, if you're able to just sneak out there a little bit quicker, probably a good shot opportunity going to present to yourself right here, right now. But we get a little bit late, not really any good passing opportunities. Gets it to Ray, that's fine. Let's see what happens here. Questionable, but okay. And we lose the puck, so we're out of the zone. Yeah, not bad. Some small things I would say, well, a little sketchy, but ultimately that's fine. Some things that we could maybe think about and then react quicker, just so you can get a shot opportunity. But otherwise, that was good. So the old classic, let's leave and turn our backs to the D early, right? It is in my opinion that, so let's use Mike for the example, right? To come all the way back down to basically touching that crease. So you're gonna be coming like literally saying hi to Cliff, like, hello, how are you? And the thing is, you're going to be kind of timing yourself with how the puck is moving. And so you could be here and Ray could pass it to you, probably a terrible time because of this forward. But what ultimately evolves is, here's that pass across, right? At that moment, at this very moment, if Mike was here, perfect opportunity to start sweeping this way and up. And that, how simple of a pass is that? Super easy and ready to go. Versus this is not as easy of a pass. Like, Mike can certainly receive it, I'm sure. But you know, it gets tougher and tougher as he is going like this and cruising towards the opponents. Versus, like I said, a little sweep across, simple, come up, probably another simple pass to the wing, right? So that's how I would say. And then yeah, what is it? Little cruise downtown by Alex. I think I do need to kind of expand on the topic of cutting, but this is certainly an opportunity to cut across and then come back across like this. That's a possibility. In this situation, ideally, like I said, we would have rather had the center just here, and that's simple, and then Alex stays wide. Or to be honest with you, I think Alex needs to skate a fucking lot faster, because look at this. It, like, this cruising speed ain't gonna do anything. So like a lot faster, and if like you're here, I think that's like pretty easy breakaway into the zone. Yeah, so I think element of speed of there would have been pretty helpful for sure. Okay, so breakout Kathy, opposite wing. So she's definitely cruising a little slow at the moment over here on the far side and moving towards the middle. So puck's past that blue line right here. She should have already been way up here on the far side wing, almost matching pace with the opposite wings. So very deep right now. It's as if she's playing defense, and then reacts very slowly, right? She's still in her zone and it's already like almost touching their blue line. So very delayed, And ideally, like we can say Kevin's a way faster skater. Certainly, that's true. But that delay in reaction puts her that like basically half quarter of the ice a delay. So suspect, like imagine on the wing over here, right? Maybe a couple steps behind. Certainly, that's true. Boom, a little bit of a delay here. Coming down the wing, cutting across. Is the probably opportunity now. She comes in late, and we fulfill our specialty of the double column net drive. Certainly strange, but you know, again, that is also kind of exacerbated by being delayed to react on the breakout read. So yeah, funny enough, Mike does it perfectly in the neutral zone. Look at that. Oh my god, we are slightly ahead of Ray. Not up here saying hi to the D. I'm gonna tell it right here. Boom, and then up, possibly another pass, but we're up. Oh my god, isn't that a glorious sight? Spectacular, spectacular. Now imagine that in their zone on the breakout. Gonna be magical. Gonna be magical. Now, one more questionable move by Ray here. We'll just include the whole sequence. Perfect. Oh my god, what kind of fucking D-to-D pass is this? Holy shit. Oh my god, what is that? Okay, let's just break this down. D to D, certainly, but there's someone pressuring him. What does he do? Let's do a soft backhand pass this way. Boom, also almost intercepted. Oh my god. Okay. Now this guy is coming into forecheck pressure. You would think with a right-handed shot, just a nice gather on the forehand, curl out, get to the boards, bump it up the boards. Yeah, I would think so. Backhand chip almost into his legs, intercepted, and back into the zone. That's best choice, best choice. Luckily it gets out, but oh my god, very sketchy. Like that is ultimate sketch right there. More breakout stuff. Now, yeah, as usual, I am the big fan of taking that stop behind the net, unless it's like so clear, like all the opponents are way up in the neutral zone and you can skate it up without any like being contested at all. Just certainly gives like time, one, for everyone to come back and help out. Otherwise, and basically it doesn't telegraph how the like for the forechecker to kind of close you off like this. So that's kind of like my first comment. Now number two, and I think is the, you know, again the common theme of we are allergic to width. We just I know I say cut the ice in half, but I kind of mean it only in the offensive zone. So yeah, I'd say, like, you know, Justin's right in the middle, and right now it's not a problem. It certainly can be a asset when we're kind of breaking in the zone. Now the problem is we don't have possession of the puck, and right here at that very moment in time, like absolutely being surrounded by offense, right? And boom, right here, Holy smokes, nobody's here. Right? I'm just gonna leave this arrow here to just hammer that point. I am just gonna leave this here to hammer that point. It's just kind of like that couple seconds of speed. In this case, we have to wait, and then we can send it across. And then because of this, it's that extra time that doesn't allow you to get in the zone. Actually, I mean, in this case, honestly, Justin, you probably could have just turned and go. Nobody's near you. But, you know, again, and we're just gonna show Jordan robbing the shit out of Kevin. Oh my god. Now we're gonna show the importance of always have someone behind the puck carrier if you're carrying the puck as the D. Always. Because you can lose the puck. And as long as you have someone behind you, okay, Ray is there, so good, they can cover for you. In this case, he covered for you. So this is perfect. We will revisit this later on in the game. Alright, after that, okay. Was anything said? Get in, Justin, get in there. That's what was said. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Definitely needs to be there. But you can also say Helsen should also be down there too. So D. Good. Ernest couldn't handle it. Yeah, okay. Clearly, okay. Some confusion, for sure. Get to the wing. But even so, okay. Let's rewind. Even if you are fulfilling the role of the center, going behind the net and like literally about to skating into Ernest, not the way to go, right? So what? If you were to fill the role of the center, where Hilton is right now, that's like the perfect position. So very awkward, like went way too deep. Definitely, I'm sure Justin may have gotten a little confused when he heard get in there, get in there. Really the get in there is get in there. Honestly, because quite frankly, use that reset. That wing, like our wingers, immediately to like, you don't, I would say, you don't have to go like this. The routing I would probably take myself personally would be get to the boards, then down, keeps it simple, right? So that the entire, like basically the entire time of this length, that D coming up is able to see you. And it's a pretty easy target. It's just a straight pass to you. So that's the first thing. Boom. Ray turns the corner. There's not a single pass that he can make right now. He's not. after us shitting on him, this pizza ain't happening. There's no winger. Our center is a little high. He's pulling a mic right now. Right? So what's his only option? D to D. Well, smart choice, but you know, our folks got to be down there. So a bit messy, but we kind of brute force it out eventually, and Justin's hustling in. Now, from here, force pass, not really the preferred thing to do. And so what can we all kind of think about or consider in the future rather than just throwing it out a pass like this to the front of the net through a decent amount of traffic, right? And the first thing I would probably say is we could consider beating them with speed. That's one option. If we're not really confident with that, and in this case it's probably going to be a very tough beat, with Tom being probably a faster skater, is number 2. We could curl back, button hook, tight turn, and have momentum, and we can start to skate out to the middle and look for options like that. Option 3 is we actually do a hard stop, but with our back turn this way, so you're facing the boards, so you're able to protect the puck. So now you're facing this way, and at that point you can turn right, turn left, look for pass, delay, look for things like that, and rather than forcing a pass like that, now we're able to keep it in the zone with Kevin staying back and pinching in. However, it could very well have easily been boom, turnover and back the other way. So something we may want to think about. I call these force passes. Essentially, it's kind of like you have a lot of bodies, and it's kind of a hope and a prayer that it won't hit anybody. So you're really trying to force it through. And ultimately, in my opinion, that's kind of something we want to work towards avoiding. But like, you can use it as a last resort, but I think especially at our level, we want to work towards having good clean passes and in possession as much as possible. Now enough of that, let's continue. Let's see what Kevin does. He works in, dekes, dangles, chips through. Wasn't quite able to get it through. Yeah, see. Oh my goodness. So getting a little scrambly there, like a few force passes again, like I said. Ooh! That was amazing. Ernest was able to keep it in with a woo! That was great. That was great. No, but let's kind of like rewind and watch a few things here. This one's not so much a force pass because it's just one defender with that backhand chip in front of the net. So this one's more acceptable versus like this is, I would class, I'm trying to differentiate like the terminology. This is what I would say a force. There's like a lot of bodies with our player on the opposite side versus this one is, while it is, there is a body in front, it's not so much a force because there's only one person, and usually there is a higher probability that you can sneak that through. And then later on, I think, honestly I was expecting a shot here from Ray, but he doesn't, he opts not to. See, now that is a force, so there's multiple bodies plus a defender close by. Not so easy to get it to, right? And again, you can see how like it bounces off someone's body, and Kathy was able to kind of reach in and diving shot. So that's kind of the differentiating factor, and we want to work towards avoiding forces, which is like we're sending it through multiple bodies and also with someone heavy on defense, and we're trying to find cleaner passes. And yeah, I don't think much. I think this is when Ernest, well, entertaining, but I think out of the zone here. All right, I've briefly touched about the kind of importance of attacking on the blue line, and we're about to witness, boom, just like that, and they call the offside right there. And really, it's just if you let them skate in, very easy for the other forwards to just skate in with them. You make them have to make a slight move, a slight deviation from straight to a little bit of an angle, a deke, left, right, blah, 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 blah. Boom, offside. And it's just that small little move, and it's going to be in our favor a lot of the time. But of course, the important thing is you don't want to be at the same time lunging forward when you stop all your momentum, something we can all work on for sure. But you make the attack, but continue your momentum backwards, just so if they do get it by you, if they chip it by you, they dump it in, you're not going to be completely flat-footed. But at the same time, we want to have an attempt to just make their life a little miserable at the blue line, and hopefully we'll get a offside call, you know, a good 25% of the time, 50% of the time. It's all gonna work in our favor, and we can do a neutral zone draw. Alright, some more clips of offense. Let's kind of watch this whole shift, and I'll put some comments in as I see. So some work behind the net. Mike's grinding away. Let's kind of pause it here, rewind a little bit. I like it. Like Alicia's kind of on the side of the net. You could maybe even squeak out a little bit further away, and you'll give yourself a better angle. It's quite sharp right now. So if you squeak out a little bit, you'll get a little bit more net to work with. And that's always going to be a benefit. You're sacrificing distance for more net to shoot at. Usually that's going to be the better combination. So Mike's grinding away, Ernest hit, perfect. This is another exact example where I said usually that red line, bare minimum. Anywhere higher, it's such an easy decision for their D to walk in, and look at that. Ernest can just step up, make his life miserable, and it's still in the zone. And let's continue watching. Mike just being a menace, working those boards. So has possession. Okay, little pause there. So Mike had, boom, was able to break free a little bit. Now, problems positionally. Amoeba'd a little bit hard here. We're going in there. Now, one of the times you want to come in is if the player is being double teamed. Now in this case, we could maybe argue that Alex can come in to help out, as he's going to be usually in that support. He is positioned in that support role on the board. He could stay there. He could stay there, or he could opt to come in to help if it's really getting jammed up with double players. But other than that, if there's only two, we don't want to put three. Unless it's really like Mike's holding it up the boards and everyone's jamming it away at it, digging. Otherwise, we don't want to group up too tightly for situations where, boom, puck loose, no one's in position, right, to shoot or score. So try to maintain some better spacing. And so right here, pretty awkward, right? We're all standing next to each other. No one's really in a good opportunity to score. Goalie can relax. And so threat is killed. But here, I love it. Where's that magic spot? you have that opportunity to catch and shoot. Rolled off the blade, but what's the important thing is that the puck is able to get to you in that spot, and for that brief, we'll call it 1 second, half second, you have time to catch, turn, and have an opportunity to shoot. That's more important than anything. Doesn't really matter that it rolled off your stick, but you got the opportunity, right? So more offensive shifts. Wilson was able to strip the puck off of not sure who, somebody, and just misses the net. Very close. I thought it was a goal for sure. Now, kind of little rewind situation here, and Kathy comes in. Maybe could cruise a little slower, but be ready to shoot. Didn't get the pass there. So at this point, not such a huge fan of the positioning, right? Pulling a little bit of an Alex, putting yourself behind 1, 2, 3, 4 players. Maybe not my favorite. The chance of you getting that puck there, pretty slim. And then same situation here. We're not like Justin, boom, perfect example. He's in front of 3 players, so that his opportunity to score here very high. Whereas Kathy's positioning was behind, right? This player has superior body positioning on Kathy, and she's still kind of horizontal for number 5. Therefore, her chances are going to be lower. And so ultimately, I think just sneaking up here would have been ultimately a better spot, and then the moment the puck starts going towards the net, then you drive it, if that makes sense. It's going to be kind of a 1-2 process. This is good though. I like that. I like the walkout. So using that kind of circle as the guide, and once you get a good lane for the shot, boom, shot just hits the stick. That's not a problem, right? But it was had some decent power to it. Might have been right through Justin's legs, and maybe got a good shot on net, but otherwise Justin gets control there to right, pretty sharp angles. Good pinch here. Magic spot? Question mark? Nope. Couldn't get good control of it. And then I fuck it up by losing the puck. God damn it. Alright, puck's going all the way back into our zone. So our forwards are going for the change. Perfectly fine. So we'll just park ourselves behind the net and wait for our forwards. But why the fuck are our forwards not coming back? What is this? What is this? What is this? Unacceptable. The only one that comes back is Alicia. Like, okay. Do you reasonably expect a pass is going to come to you with 3 defenders up in your face? Question. Probably not a chance, right? So what is What like what what is this? What is this? Alex, you skate harder and Shinny. What is this? Come on. Come on. Come on. Ugh. Oh my god. Oh my god. You could even cut if you wanted to. Or you can even go wider. And then Mike cruising along. So thankfully Alicia is the only forward that comes back, and hence she gets to carry the puck up herself. What a beautiful sight to see. So I said previously, we typically do not want to lunge forward as a D. Why? Because if he gets past you, you are now behind them. And so, perfect example. So Ray's kind of deep in the zone. We got one man back as D. Oh god. Alright, at least Mike's back there to cover. Sketchy, sketchy. So just as a kind of like announcement, don't do what this player did. And what I mean is they stuck their stick between my legs, and normally that's kind of a I would say it's a frowned upon thing. So let's draw a little stick figure, like spread out that. Do not stick your stick in between and try to reach for a puck, especially if you're near the boards, and extremely so if you guys are going towards the boards. Now, why is that dangerous? In one case, it's usually going to be called a can opener if you stick it in between the legs, and basically one leg is on one side and one leg is on the other side, and you wrap it around and you lift them up and you're causing it to essentially trip. And the big problem becomes when you get to the boards and you get this hard, stick in between your legs. Your legs can't go anywhere. Things are gonna get bending the wrong way, or it could. The potential is there. So you can be fucking up people's knees and shit. So we want to avoid that. Just a kind of a bad practice. And after that, I do want to highlight we're getting way better at coming down low. You can see here's that red line. We are below it, which means easy to get the puck, and you're making their D very awkward. They have to make a decision. Do I pinch down there like a madman? Probably not. That means you're going to buy yourself some breathing space to turn around and make a decision. In this case, turn around, take a look. Decision is probably looking to go to Kathy. Just misses the pass. Kathy was maybe could have gotten it, but we're able to do that. That's the important thing. Just for the giggles. Perfect face-off win. Damn it. Puck comes out. Ernest goes for a shot, so he's going deep. 2-on-1 situation. Oh no, Ray. That could have been ugly. How do you, I don't know, man, how do you play defense, like, I don't know how you can play defense skating this way and not scanning any other threats up the ice. Because then that can happen. Sketchy, man. Alright. Mike has the puck. Why aren't we going to the boards, Alex? Why aren't we going to the boards, Alex? I mean, bit of a strange pass, but it's up the zone, I guess. Boom, freeze frame ultimately. Much better. Much better by Alex. And Alicia is getting there. Boom. Okay. I like it. I like it. Maybe Mike's a bit further. And now if he's peeling up like this, very simple chip pass to him. Yeah, that was maybe a sketchy one. But we were able to get in the zone. And what happens after this was quite good. So for Alicia, something you can consider is you slow down, which we did, and you're coming towards Alex. Now, one of the things you may want to consider even more, slow down a little bit more, get a really nice wide base, nice shooting stance. So get low. You kind of do, but I think you're still maybe wasn't quite ready, and it was a hard pass. But in essence, you're doing exactly like the perfect thing. Your left-handed shot coming from the right side, so you just kind of cruise in and skate towards the puck carrier. In this case, it was Alex, and that's really going to put you in a really good body position to one, you can catch, like just receive the puck, turn and shoot, or you can try to one-timer it. That's fine. Certainly, the one-timer option is going to be the harder of the two, but that's not really important. What can we see from Alex? I would say it would have been better if he's able to sneak in front of Tom. Kind of does. And he gets a good shot on net. So historically, we could say Alex typically likes to park his ass behind the defender, taking backdoor quite literally. But in this case, this is better. It is an improvement. That's good to see. Two big chances. And so body positioning is important. And so we do see an improvement. And thus he gets two big quality chances. I think this is a really good clip for Alicia. Now, if you ever find your situation where you're caught in a funky body position like that, one, usually bad pass, certainly fine, but another one is you're too far ahead. So what I would have, I think, I preferred to see is you actually come down almost parallel with Mike. So it's just, you know, these things, it just requires more skating, and then you turn up, and that way you're facing forward, and it's a really a far easier pass to receive. And that's my opinion. Yeah, I mean, a bouncy puck, you're probably not going to be receiving it cleanly regardless, but it's just going to make your life easier in the long run. If you do it like this, it's more skating, but I think, yeah, I think it's going to be to our benefit. And to prove my point, just after that, you are, so in this case, Alicia's coming up, right? It was almost basically parallel with what Mike was, so we're just kind of mirroring this. And then you're coming up, forward striding, much easier to receive, right? You don't need to pivot backwards, you don't need a backward skate, blah 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 blah. Much easier to receive the puck. Now we lost the puck, but the important, like what I wanted to highlight was how much easier it is to receive a puck when you're skating forward like this. You can just catch it in stride, don't need to worry about anything else. So this one's a funny one. Initially, amoeba style hockey, but Alex has heard my message of getting to the boards, so he gets to the boards. Now he's cutting across, makes perfect sense. That's where the room that they've given him to cut across. The way that Kathy paths her way to collide into Alex and not be ready for a possible drop pass is a little strange, certainly. And then Kev is getting ready for the one-timer chance in the magic spot. Intercepted. Yikes. Stolen. Still manages to get the shot on net though. Alright, so Kathy will now be the subject of pulling off Alex, which is loves being in a negative body position. One person in front of her. Why not? Why not? Pace yourself. Be ready for a shot in any moment. At this time, right? And then one of the things we could also consider is cruise towards the passer so that any moment, like any of these moments, boom, one-timer chance, right? So yeah, not my favorite for reasons that I have said before. Alright, and here we are in the third period, puck battle, but a genuine trip, but definitely not a can opener. As I've said before, previously, can opener is when you stick your stick literally in between their legs and you twist, right? So kind of one leg's in front, one leg's behind. That is a can opener. In this case, it's just that your stick catches the back of the heel, boom, and she falls backward, you fall forward. It's a genuine tripping penalty. I will not argue about that. But it was a puck battle. Just a little careless with the stick, that's all. Well, let's watch the penalty kill. See if anything worth mentioning. On a net, save. Simple enough. Kill some time, skate around slowly. Good old running clock. I love it. They go for the change at the worst time for them. Yes, kill some more time, please. Kill some more time. Okay, so one of the things I would probably say for Kathy is you don't have to be hyper aggressive on the penalty kill. Certainly you can be aggressive in containing them to the outside, but don't need to be so aggressive where like you're poking it out. The important thing is we're trying to contain the puck so nothing gets through into the middle, and so yeah. So yeah, the key thing is you don't need to be ultra aggressive like that just to strip the puck off. The key thing is just trying to block as many passing lanes as possible is the first thing, and then yeah, we'll take from there. So crowding the middle is kind of the important thing. If they pass it to the outside, it's not a huge deal at the moment, so long as Cliff can see at the puck, he can make the save. So again, crowd the slot, crowd the middle. Don't let him have a free lane out there. Nice glove save by Kev. We go for the forward change. Good block by Mike. Oh no. Good clear. And then big breakaway chance by Alicia here comes in. Awesome chance. Just kind of lost it there. It looked like it was kind of rolling, but a good chance nonetheless. And we have about 15 seconds left on the penalty kill. Let's kind of just watch. It's all wasted just lining up for the face-off, so nothing too crazy. The important thing is just kind of blocking that slot and then let the goalie see any distant shots, and it will keep it simple. Like, should be pretty good from there. So intercepted pass, kind of a breakaway. Now, one of the things for Cliff from this camera angle looks like pretty big gaping hole on this side. From this shot, that looked yeah, that's kind of just more for Cliff, but makes a big save. Yeah, big save. Bailed out, bailed out. And here comes our first goal of the game. And then Kev comes out and just dummies. Yikes, what a goal, what a goal. Crazy, crazy. Another offensive shift here is I've kind of brought up that example with right-handed shots on the right-hand side of the net, that we can receive the puck and either kind of walk out and wrap around. To do that, Kathy's a bit far from the net, but certainly getting it closer, she could do that. Or even just kind of like spinning it around and try to jam it 5-hole. Certainly a threat, like a pretty dangerous chance in general. I think Justin could benefit from going to the magic spot here, certainly at this time, rather than being in the, we'll call it the Alex, the negative body positioning where two bodies are in front of you. Like, this is certainly an easier pass for a left-handed shot for the one-timer than it is this pass, if that makes sense. Two bodies versus 0. But pass down and like that could turn around and jam it in for the 5-hole. So something that we can definitely consider for right-handed and left-handed shots on the sides of the net when we form that kind of triangular positioning. See if anything happens. Nope, we're out of the zone. So those are my thoughts there. This sequence was pretty funny. Mike's coming in, dummies Russell, makes him break his ankles. Let's watch that one more time. Boom, his ankles are fucking broken for sure. Comes in, powerhouses it behind the net. Kind of passes it to Alicia. Just couldn't quite get the mark. Shot. Ernest comes barreling in. Creams him. Oh my god. Just kills number 7. What a sequence. What a sequence. And then big turnover. Oh my god. What's going on here? Wild. And then what a fucking garbage pass was that? Can just smoothly lay it on the ice, tape to tape. Nah. What do we got? Let's launch it up in the air. Unnecessary sauce so that it can bounce over Alex's stick. Knuckle. Oh my god, what a sequence. Yeah, Ray, look in the ceiling. That was... God ain't gonna help you there. Pretty good play. So we clear it, or no, they clear it, and Alex hustles back to break the icing, curls, big pass to Mike, and he just dekes him out. That was a good play. That was a solid play. So last 3.5 minutes of the game, This deep pairing is saying let's turn up the excitement. So last man back with the puck. I don't know if he's certain that he has a D behind him. We've said puck here always has to have a D behind them. But he says, let's power through. Alright, we're fucked, right? You got 2 ahead behind him. And so last man back Ernest says, you know what? This is the perfect time to lunge forward. Holy shit, this could have gone ugly. But Mike hustles back. He's like, yeah, man. Enough of the shenanigans. Let's give Cliff the shutout and go back the other way. Okay, Justin deking out that guy. Holy smokes, breaking another set of ankles. We got ankle breaking on this team galore. Caddy's powering it through into the zone. We got good offensive time on this last shift here. Grinding out in front of the net. Didn't get a chance there. Grinding behind the net. Backhand pass. Ooh, big save. Kathy still working behind the net there. But unfortunately, no more chances. And then two-handed. This is the penalty. So it does a pass and then just two-hand smacks me in the face. I probably made it look more dramatic than it was, but it was a bit of a surprise to see a blade in my face like that, and thus I will always say anyone that wears a visor is crazy. And then before my penalty, I just noticed these little extra fun, some fun extracurriculars. Just pay attention to the net front. And I only realized this because Justin told me after the fact in the locker room. Little shove there. Little shove there. Little chatting going on here. Some more chatting going on there. A power play time, last minute 20 of the game. Ooh, couldn't hold the blue line. Oh no, banana peels on the ice. Oh my god, more banana peels on the ice. What is going on here? Knocks it into the corner. Now, we have said before, banana peels on the ice, right? Last man back with the puck. Don't do anything crazy, just fucking get it behind the net. Especially when your D partner is on the ground and getting back. Now, worst decision. Why are you skating up? We have already said before, we never want to have the puck carrier be the last man back, so therefore we should be moving behind them. And if we really want to go up the ice, we can circle around them and behind them. But definitely not like that. And then, oh my god, disaster. Just an absolute disaster there. Okay, let's see if they redeem themselves after the fact here. Getting into the zone. Big chance. Keeps it in the zone. Okay.
what kind of pass was what? Hmm. Um. Let's just. What are we watching here? Okay, but really, really, the best play in the world. Was this? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Like,